In the ever-evolving world of college football, names come and go. But every once in a while, a name emerges that captures the imagination of fans and players alike. A name that echoes with power, skill, and an undeniable presence on the field. That name is Shedeur Sanders. Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the life, career, and rise to stardom of none other than the sensational Shedeur Sanders. Stay tuned until the end, because we've got some surprises that will leave you on the edge of your seats. So sit tight, grab a snack, and get ready to explore the extraordinary journey of Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders didn't just step onto the field as a quarterback. He came with a legacy. Son of Deion Sanders, one of the most legendary athletes in both football and baseball, Shedeur's path was always going to be a big deal. But with that name comes an enormous weight of expectation. His career was shaped not just by his talent, but by the shadow of his father, who set incredibly high standards. Was Shedeur always destined to live up to the hype, or was it something more? Before even stepping foot on a college campus, Shedeur Sanders was already proving he had what it took to be a star. At Trinity Christian School in Texas, he dominated, leading his team to multiple championships and earning national attention. He wasn't just another highly recruited player. He was a force to be reckoned with. But there was something different about Shedeur. His style of play, his ability to read defenses, and his leadership on and off the field made him stand out in ways that left coaches and analysts wondering. Was he ready for the big leagues? In a surprising move, Shedeur Sanders committed to Jackson State University, a historically black university with a long history of success, but one not typically seen as a powerhouse in the world of college football. This was a huge decision, especially with all eyes on him as the son of Deion Sanders. Why did Shedeur choose Jackson State over the bigger, more prestigious programs? Was it a calculated move to carve out his own legacy, or was it the beginning of a new era for HBCU football? Whatever the reason, it's clear that his decision sent shockwaves through the college football landscape. In his first season at Jackson State, Shedeur proved that he was ready for the spotlight. Leading his team to a Southwestern Athletic Conference championship and showcasing his skills on national TV. He quickly became one of the most talked-about quarterbacks in the country. His performance was nothing short of spectacular, and he was just riding the coattails of his father's reputation. Shedeur's composure, arm strength, and football IQ turned him into one of the top prospects in college football. When Deion Sanders became head coach at Jackson State, it was clear that the father-son duo was something special. Their dynamic brought a unique energy to the team, and Shedeur thrived in that environment. But there were challenges. With Deion at the helm, there was a tremendous amount of pressure to succeed, not just for Shedeur, but for the entire team. Was the constant spotlight on the Sanders family a benefit or a burden for Shedeur? And how did he handle the expectations while trying to prove himself as an individual talent, not just the son of the coach? In one of the most shocking moves of the year, Shedeur Sanders transferred to the University of Colorado following his father, Deion, who had been hired as the head coach. The decision was met with mixed reactions. While many saw it as a natural next step for the Sanders family, others questioned whether Shedeur would be able to maintain his success in the highly competitive Power 5 conferences. Would he still shine at Colorado, or would the pressure be too much? This was the moment that would define his career. At Colorado, the road was tough. Injuries, losses, and skepticism plagued the team, making it one of the worst seasons in school history. But Shedeur didn't back down. Despite the odds stacked against them, he led with grit, determination, and a whole lot of heart. Even when the scoreboard didn't reflect their efforts, Shedeur kept his head held high, inspiring his teammates to keep pushing forward. It was a testament to his resilience and dedication that, even in the face of defeat, he remained a beacon of hope and a symbol of perseverance for the Buffaloes. But this isn't the end of the story, because there's a twist that'll leave you in awe. Stay tuned for more updates on this incredible athlete. And don't forget to show your support. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Number 4. The 2023 Colorado debut Shedeur Sanders. Debut season at the University of Colorado in 2023 was nothing short of electric. From the moment he stepped onto the field, the football world was watching, and Shedeur knew it. His first game against TCU, a powerhouse in college football, set the stage for what would become one of the most talked-about seasons in recent memory. He threw for over 500 yards, sending a powerful message that he was on tee, just ready for the challenge. He was more than capable of dominating at the highest level. The hype surrounding Colorado's program had been building for months, and much of that energy was fueled by Shedeur Sanders' high-profile arrival as head coach. The Sanders family was suddenly the face of the program, and Shedeur was right at the center of that spotlight. But this wasn't just about living up to the immense pressure of the situation. It was about performing under it. And Shedeur did just that. Not only did he shine in his debut against TCU, but he also handled the media frenzy, the fan expectations, and the intense scrutiny with a calm demeanor that belied his age. His poise in the pocket, combined with his incredible arm strength and football IQ, made it clear that he was prepared for the big stage. Every pass he threw seemed to hit its target with pinpoint accuracy, and his ability to read defenses showed a maturity beyond his years. Even more impressive was his ability to perform in clutch moments, executing plays under pressure with precision and confidence. But the question remained, was this incredible debut just a preview of things to come? Or was Shedeur destined for even bigger moments in college football? In a season marked by massive expectations? It seemed as though Shedeur was in tee, just keeping pace with the hype. He was surpassing it. His debut not only solidified his position as one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, but also made a bold statement to the college football world. Shedeur Sanders was here to stay. As the season progressed, it became clear that his talent, leadership, and ability to handle pressure were going to define him as one of the most exciting players to watch in college football, and potentially lead Colorado to an era of dominance. With such a historic debut, many began to wonder, could this season set the stage for a Heisman run? Or would there be even bigger moments ahead for Shedeur, as he proved he could handle the weight of expectations and shine on the national stage? Number 3, the doubters and critics. Despite Shedeur Sanders' early success, he quickly became a target for doubters and critics. From the very moment he made the decision to transfer to the University of Colorado, there were whispers questioning whether he could truly excel outside of the enormous shadow cast by his father, Shedeur Sanders. Critics were quick to argue that much of Shedeur's success at Jackson State was due to the Sanders family brand, and that he may not have been tested in the competitive, high-pressure environment of Power 5 football. Many pointed out that Jackson State, while respected, wasn't in the same league as the traditional college football powerhouses, and wondered if Shedeur could handle the transition to the big leagues. Some suggested that he might struggle when facing off against top-tier defenses in a more intense conference. The Shedeur Sanders effect was undeniable. His father had put Jackson State in the national spotlight. But would Shedeur's talent alone be enough to carry the weight of expectations on a bigger stage? The pressure only intensified with the spotlight on Colorado after Shedeur's arrival as head coach. Sanders' family quickly became one of the most talked-about dynasties in college sports. Would Shedeur crack under the scrutiny of the media and fans who expected him to be a star immediately? It was clear that Shedeur wasn't just playing for himself. He was playing for his family legacy, too. Every move was being watched, and critics were ready to pounce at the first sign of failure. As the season progressed, the questions kept coming. Was Shedeur just another product of his father's success? Or was he the real deal? Would his performance continue to live up to the massive expectations, or would the weight of the moment be too much to handle? But despite the relentless criticism, Shedeur proved that he wasn't backing down. His composure on the field, his ability to execute under pressure, and his leadership quickly silenced many of the doubters. Still, even with impressive performances, the critics remained. They were watching, waiting for a slip-up that could give them the ammunition they needed to discredit his journey. Was it enough to shut them down for good? Or would the pressure of constantly being under the microscope eventually take its toll? Number 2, the rise to Heisman contention. By mid-season, Shedeur was being talked about as a potential Heisman Trophy candidate, a dream for any college athlete, but especially rare for someone with such a high-profile family. With his incredible performance on the field and leadership off it, Shedeur's stock was soaring. But the road to the Heisman wasn't without its challenges. Was he truly one of the top players in the country, or was he benefiting from the extra attention his name brought? As the season unfolded, Shedeur's consistency and performance helped him become a serious contender for the award, and he wasn't backing down from the challenge.
Number 1. What's next for Shedeur Sanders?
Now, as Shedeur Sanders continues to make waves in college football, the question on everyone's mind is, what's next? Will he stay at Colorado and continue to lead the team to greatness? Or is the NFL in his immediate future, with his talent, composure, and leadership? Shedeur is positioning himself for a future in professional football, but will he be able to handle the transition to the pros? And with Deion Sanders by his side, will Shedeur's career be defined by his own legacy, or will the name Sanders continue to follow him throughout his journey? So what do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders destined to become one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation, or is he just riding the momentum of his father's success? One thing's for sure, Shedeur's journey is far from over, and the next chapters are bound to be even more thrilling. What do you think the future holds for him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're excited to see what's next for Shedeur, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more sports stories like this one.